Hi there. Today I'm taking a look at some South African wines and just trying to assess them in terms of their relationship to other wines made from the same grape variety around the world, just to compare them for quality and value for money. So I'm looking at the moment at Klein Constantia's Chardonnay. That's the 2015 example of this. So Klein Constantia, famous historic estate in Constantia. Constantia is the back of Table Mountain, the other side from Cape Town. It's an area cooled by sea influence from coming in from False Bay to the south, and also by the fact that these are on the side of a mountain, so you've got altitude cooling the conditions as well. It's a region that's most famous probably for its sweet wine, the Vin de Constance, made by Klein Constantia, but also makes lovely aromatic whites, Sauvignon Blanc, good Chardonnay, and some elegant style Cabernet wines as well. So what we've got here is a barrel fermented Chardonnay. Smelling it, it's got quite restrained aromas. You can smell tiny amounts of oak, but there's a lovely lemoniness comes through there. There's white peach, and tiny hints of vanilla, but it's quite a restrained aroma. Tasting it, you've got a wine where the oak is making it seem quite mealy, but it's actually got quite a bit of sort of fruit weight. There's a delicate riper peach, delicate apricot sort of flavour to it, a mid to full body. So in terms of its comparison, it's not quite sort of fresh enough to be the sort of style of wine that you'd see from somewhere in the Côte d'Or in Burgundy, sort of a Polini or a Chassagne. It's much more in the lines of perhaps a slightly beefed up version of something you would see from Pouilly Fuissé further south, that riper style there. The sort of mealiness that the oak has given the wine, both through fermentation and aging, it's quite classic Burgundian style. You've also got notes in there of sort of, maybe slight yeasty, hints of butter from probably from malolactic conversion, and a sort of a dairy roundness to the feel. The finish is a fair length, but because of the wine's sort of richness and ripeness, it's perhaps finishing with a little bit of hot alcohol. It's only saying it's 12.5%, which is not particularly high alcohol for Chardonnay. In fact, they've done really well to get that much flavour in at just 12% alcohol. But anyway, a lovely wine. I think one that any Chardonnay lover is going to find interesting and enjoyable. One of the reasons I'm concentrating on South African wines this week is we've been contacted by several people and told that South Africa's wine industry is in need of some help at the moment. As part of their COVID regulations, they've gone into a third period of prohibition. So they're not allowed to sell their wines in retail, or their cellar doors are closed. They're having real difficulty exporting. And with the next vintage months away, weeks away in fact, there's a reckoning that there's about 250,000 litres of wine still in tanks yet to be bottled. There's an understanding that somewhere in the region of 7.5 million rand was lost by the industry during the period of the first two prohibitions for them. That's half a billion. I'm not sure whether they said billion or million, but it's 7.5 billion. That's $500 million US. It's a massive hit for an industry, and there are estimates that there are 80 wineries, probably about 350 growers at risk in the next year to 18 months of just going out of business, because that's unsustainable. So if you want to help them, and if you want to try some South African wines, it's a good opportunity to do that, and you don't know where to find them, our suggestion is come to Wine Searcher. We have a website. The website's also available on mobile phone, or you can download our app, and you can come to the website and type the name of the wine that you're looking for into our search box, and if you press enter, you'll get indications of where this wine is available all around the world, or you can narrow your search down to your location. You can find different vintages, you can see different prices. Or alternatively, if you download the app onto your phone, you can scan the label and that will help you search that way. So I hope you have an interest in buying a South African wine. If so, please use Wine Searcher, but whatever you buy, I hope you enjoy it. Bye now.